Hello, what we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at RFMS to Xero integration. So hopefully you can see my RFMS screen here, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink it down and show you the Xero database that we've got that we're going to be working with today. And these are all our contacts, both suppliers and customers. And we've got 13 in all. And if you just scan down and have a look at those names, the first thing I want to show you is how customers automatically upload from RFMS to Xero. So we're just going to come back to RFMS now, and we're going to create a new sale. I'm going to keep it nice and short. Sold to, I need to find somebody. I'm just going to show you all of the customers that are in RFMS at this time. That's the list of them there, but we're going to add a new customer. I'll make it supply only because it'll keep it simple for us. So Kathleen Martin is the person who we're going to sell to today. And it's going to be 2A, let's stick this back up here, 2A Victoria Street. All right, and we'll make this Dunedin. All right, I will pop a phone number in there. And an email address. All right, and I'm going to copy this across to here. This is the ship to the install address, which is going to be the same, and we're going to say OK. And I will just pull Kathleen through to here. I'll choose a salesperson. All right, and then I'm going to insert my carpet that she's going to be buying. So let's come in here and search for Hampton Court Dartwood. She's going to be buying 15.7 metres of that at $150 a metre. Okay, and this is GMPO because we need to order it in. All right, and just to keep it simple, I'm going to do just keep it like that. Now, of course, she's going to pay me a deposit before I'll place the order, so I'll just take that there. Okay, and she's come in and she's used FPOS, her Visa card or something like that, and I'm going to take $1,700 off her as a deposit. And we're going to go save. So here we've got a new sale. It was a new customer, Kathleen Martin. We've created the sale and we've taken some money off her. So that's the first thing I want to show you, how it pops up in Xero. Now, Xero integration, or the two, RFMS to Xero, it's not instantaneous. It takes a minute or two. So I'll just refresh the screen here and see if when Kathleen pops up as a customer. All right. And here we've got Kathleen here, Kathleen Martin. So here she is in Xero. We haven't had to key in her details at all. It's just automatically come across from RFMS. However, we've set it up here. All right. Now, we created an order for her and we took some money off her. So let's go to the chart of accounts and we can see what happened to that deposit that she paid. All right, I'm just going to come to the asset accounts because it will have come into the bank account. So let's go and have a look at the bank account. All right, and here it is here. LK20 was the order and she paid us $1,700. So that's where it's debited the bank. Let's go back and see what the offset account is. And that is down here, our deposits holding account. And we'll open that up and show you that at the moment, that $1,700 is sitting here. Okay, so that's the first two touch points. When you create a customer in RFMS, it will upload to your contacts. And when the customer deposit comes in against an order, then it will come and sit in deposits holding account in Xero until such time as the sale is completed in RFMS. I'm just going to shrink that. Let's go back to RFMS for now. And I'm going to open up this order. Because what we need to do is we need to generate a purchase order to send to the supplier. So I'll just pop down here into this truck and say Christine Ogden has ordered it. I've emailed it away, and we'll just pop today's date in there. All right, so I'll generated the purchase order. So I'll save that. I'm going to come to inventory and do the inventory process so that we can see the next touch point that will happen. So right now I'm thinking let's go to purchase orders. Okay. LK 123420, I think was the number, right? And so here it is here. And so I found the purchase order on the warehouse guy. I come up to E for express receiving, and I can receive in the goods. So they came in today. The location is by 6K. I'm going to pop the die lot in here, okay? And I might make a comment or whatever, but 15.7 to come in, and I'm okay. So I'm going to say okay to that. Let's try that again. This is just ask me a question as to whether I want to leave the roll number as this, which is the order number, or do I want to change it? So I'm going to just leave it as it is for now. So the warehouse guys received it in. Now the next likely thing is to happen is that someone will receive the invoice from the supplier. So I'm just going to cost it. What does costing mean? It means that we're validating the PO price. So the goods came in, and the value at the moment is whatever the unit price was showing on the purchase order. Okay, so it was Quest, assuming that I've got the carpet sitting and invoice sitting in front of me. I'm going to do this. The date of the invoice is today's date, and it might be due on the 20th, the 8th, 20. All right, I'm going to go and find that uncosted material now, which is this one here. And then I'm going to open up the line to see whether I agree with the price. Now the price says $99.90. I look at my invoice from my supplier, and they might say I got it for $87.50. We got a really good deal. It was on special. Here's the value of my material, which is 15.7 meters. All right, 1373.75 exclusive of GST. I'm happy with that. Now we do want to put our GST in, so I've got, because I don't have an invoice sitting in front of me, I'll just work it out. So 1373.75 star 0.15 being New Zealand GST. Okay, I'm going to pop that in there, and you might populate if you had any freight, or in this case I'm going to assume it's free to store. So down here I see my total invoice value, which needs to be the GST inclusive amount. I'm likely to have Quest invoice 852121 sitting in front of me, and the total says 1579.81. I'm going to push that through to AP. And then RFMS, that creates an AP record, and it will post to inventory and to GST paid. All right. Now these two accounts here will be, GL accounts will be mapped to the equivalent that you require it in your Xero financial package. All right. For making that accounts payable makes it automatically post through to Xero. So we're going to go and have a look at that now. So I'll just refresh the screen. All right. And I'm going to come up to the dashboard. Actually, would be one way that you would find out whether you've got another bill for Quest. And you've got a new bill here. So I'm going to just look at, excuse me, in here. And I need to refresh it again. It hasn't quite come through by the look of this. That's the last demonstration. So here we've got it here. Here it is now, Quest, okay? And that was, it's come through, and that's the amount. Now, when we open this record, you'll see the GST, or if it's going to be VAT or whatever the case may be. And it tells you the GL account code that's come through here, and it posts the exclusive of tax value here. And this here says inventory on cost, that it is a demo database, but whatever this account code here is going to be mapped in the setup. So if you want to post it from inventory to inventory, or whether you want to post it to cost of goods sold, purchases, materials, whatever the case may be, we map it and it will come through to the appropriate GL account code here in Xero. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is perhaps I'll go to accounting and chart of accounts, and you can have a look in liabilities under accounts payable that has come through and posted it to your accounts payable. All right, let's go back to RFMS. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bill off the client, bill the invoice, close the invoice to Kathleen Martin. Okay, we want to invoice and job cost or close the job. It's through the closing of the job or the job cost process that sends the invoice to Xero and the appropriate GL account codes over there. So I've just had to cut it, which deducts the inventory, cut the line, which takes the inventory out of our inventory module and here in RFMS, because that's how you manage the inventory. But we'll come up here and we'll just quickly job cost or close the job for today's date. And we'll say yes here. I'm just going to make these Xero so that we don't trigger any printing errors. And I know that it's job costed because I've got a date here. The delivered means the, all right. So these 3 jobs will have posted through to Xero. These are open jobs still being worked on. So there's just sitting here in RFMS, and the invoice references are not yet in Xero. Let's go and have a look at Xero though in a minute when I've posted off. So we've created the invoice and emailed the invoice, probably obviously from RFMS. There's a balance owing here. So what I want to do is I want to pay that off. Let's pay that off on today, and we've done that with online payment. She's done that for us, and we've just paid off the balance. Okay. And now we've got a balance owing of 0. So let's go back to our Xero package, and I'll just review that. Okay, now I'm going to go to accounting, chart of accounts. All right, I'm going to open up sales, and we've got the Kathleen Martin invoice posted here for 2355. All right, so we know that it's come to our revenue account. I'm going to go back. I'm going to look at our asset accounts. And I just want to show you accounts receivable, the activity that's happened in there. Right, so here we've got Kathleen Martin's sale, 2708.25. Remember, she posted a $1,700 deposit, or paid a $1,700 deposit. So here we've got the $1,700 deposit coming off, so it's come out of deposits held and up into accounts receivable now that we've got the invoice coming in here, so it's triggered the lock. And then, of course, we've got the last payment she made of $1,008.25. Let's go and have a look at our customer deposit or deposits held account down here and show you the activity that's happened here. All right, so here is the $1,700 deposit. All right, so when we got the money from Kathleen, she made a deposit, and then when the system, or RFMS Xero, sorry, saw that there was an invoice, it pulled the corresponding deposit out and posted it up to accounts receivable. So it's doing all the things that we expect it to do. So this short video has shown you that customers and suppliers come across from RFMS to Xero automatically, as does customer deposits. They come debit, bank, credit, deposits, holding account. Then when the invoice, the accounts payable invoice for the goods is posted through the costing process in RFMS, that comes across to Xero as well, into accounts payable, all right? And then when the invoice or job is completed, we invoice and job cost it in RFMS, which pulls it into Xero as a sale, credit sales, credit GST, VAT collected, and debit accounts receivable, and the money sits in the right places as well. So those are the touch points that we have at the moment in this short video that I'm going to just show you this evening. So this is the first of a couple of videos. This is just the fundamentals, and I will record what happens with retentions in the next video. I hope this has been helpful.